Good morning, Shane.
Buenos dias, mi amiga.
How are you?
Man, I'm doing my best to be my best. How you doing?
I know. It's been so long.
It's
It
been a
has
few weeks.
been. Has it been it's been like a month, hasn't it?
Yeah, time has been
It's been a
ticking.
month. I know. It's
Good
almost our
thing
anniversary. Our anniversary is this month too. I don't remember what I guess I should remember what date, huh? Um,
that's usually the female's job to remember the dates for the anniversaries.
man, you know what? I'm not even with my own. I mean, I know the date, but I never know how many years it's been. All right, let's see. Who's our podcast to?
StreamYard.
No, not the video, but the audio. So it's a year. It's coming up a year on the. Come on the audio part. But anyway, tell them who we are, Shane. While I look for
Who
this.
are we? We are two uncensored seasoned corporate veterans who are here to pass along the wisdom we received from lessons learned, from mistakes made, in hopes that you don't make the same mistakes that we did. But if you do, if you decide that mistake making and fucking up is what's on your agenda for today, then hopefully you can laugh while you're doing it. Because we're not laughing at you, we're laughing with you. Because you know what?
March 18th,
It's
our
all it takes.
inaugural podcast was Corporate Karens. That was
Corporate
2000. It'll be
Karens.
2 years on the 18th. So we may as well say
That's
this
what's
is.
up.
Should we say this is the beginning of our third season? Well, or
Yeah,
should we
this would
wait?
be the start of our. I guess now
Yeah.
we'll wait till we record next week, because next week will be. We can make that official
Yeah, well,
start
coming
of the
up.
third
Yeah.
season. Yeah, so coming up on our third season together.
Right.
I
Oh
mean,
my gosh.
building up momentum. Think
Yes.
we are seeing growth. Folks are starting to fuck with us a little bit more.
They certainly are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my
They are.
we're big with the 8-year-olds.
Yo, 8-year-olds are popping, yo. We big in them elementary school
My
conversations,
nephew
bro.
is hopefully my nephew can tell his friends and they'll tell their parents.
Your nephew's walking around school like, look, if you decide to fuck up today, you know what I mean? Laugh while you're doing it. My auntie said you should laugh while
Gosh,
you're
that's
fucking
right.
up.
Laugh while
You
you're
know what I'm
fucking
saying?
up. Oh
That is
gosh. Oh,
hilarious.
okay. Yeah. Lord have mercy. Okay, so this are we gonna just let's just get right to it. Like, do we have any hot topics?
I mean, there's always shit going on in the world. It's weird to me that it
Uh-huh.
feels like we're doing this whole Trump inevitably going to be elected again president thing again.
Ugh.
It just feels like,
Ugh.
oh, I've seen this story before. Here we go. And it's like, all right, it's like you're going to the amusement park, and you're about to get on this really fucked up roller coaster, and you're like, shit, I got bubbles in my stomach, yo, this feels crazy, but I gotta get on this ride. And the
Oh
ride's happening.
no, I don't.
It's
Yeah,
happening. So
the, yeah. I'll be moving to some fantasy island. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I guess it sounds similar too, huh? Everybody said that before.
yeah, I'm telling
Oh
you,
my
deja
gosh.
vu like a motherfucker. Everyone's like, I'm leaving when she gets elected. Hey, everyone's saying the same thing again, and everyone's saying there's no way he'll get elected. We heard this story before
Yeah, I don't
again.
want to. Yeah.
It can't
Oh
happen.
my
We
gosh.
heard those things before
It's like,
again.
yeah, it's like a Groundhog Day. Like, no.
We've lived this life before, people. It's
Oh
gonna happen.
gosh. What's going to
Yeah.
happen? No, we can stop it. Just like we stopped it the last
Just
time.
like we stopped it the last time. Exactly. Which time? The time when he got elected president?
No, the
Oh,
time where he
okay.
didn't. The last
Oh,
time where
okay.
he, before, yeah. Oh my gosh. I have my pastor, I go to a white church and
Oh man, so I mean you in church for an hour. I
yeah,
had a bad day, 45 minutes
literally. Yeah, it
regular.
starts at
Yeah.
11, it's over at 12. And those older people do not play. Like the old pastor would go over, they would call on the side, like, hello, we gotta take our
Oh,
medicine. We gotta get
11 to
out of here.
12, that's just offering collection at a black
11,
church.
I know, right? Yeah, passing the plate several times
That's
within
it.
an hour.
That's it. That is the only thing going on
But
from
he
11
said
to
he has
12.
friends who are expats, and that people call him. They have friends in the States who are like, we just need to have another civil war.
Mm,
Like what? Like
interesting.
what?
That's a hell of a thing to say.
Yeah.
The South
Like
would win. I've seen like maps where people be like, if he had a civil war in the United States, there's no way. Like, there's no way the South is going to lose a civil war. Think
how are
about
they
like
gonna win?
all of the more convenient and open gun laws reside in the South.
Yeah, but who has the most guns?
The South. Because the gun laws are so stringent up north that you can't have guns.
But the
And the
military.
guns that
So
you,
who would the mil? So if the South tried to succeed, then we have the military.
but you would assume that
The
the
people
military,
they would disband.
the military
They took
would
an
kind of fuck
oath.
with.
They take an oath.
The military today ain't what the military used to be. The military is full of Gen Zers and late millennials.
Yeah,
These,
who are taking who are getting those three soldiers that died a couple weeks ago? They are all black, all from Georgia.
I think many of the soldiers, if they had to go to a civil war, this ain't gonna be like in the 1800s where they're trying to kill their brothers and sisters. No, if there's a civil war today, folks are gonna go and protect their families. They're not gonna go kill their families, whatever. This ain't classic South, the Confederate. Nah, folks are gonna go
Okay.
they're gonna go protect their wives, protect their moms, protect their brothers, whatever. So if the civil war happened, the South is winning, and it's going to be whatever the South wants it to be at that point in time. So
Oh my
I hope
gosh.
it doesn't have civil war, but God bless the fact that I'm living in the South. I'm going to be on the right side of this thing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna fuck with it.
But if it's a civil war based on what? How are you
Exactly.
on the
Now that's what you.
right? Like, what are you talking about?
What's the criteria for the civil war? If you're talking about like we're trying to take it back to slavery days, then we're gonna have a problem. Now it's gonna be a little touchy in that situation. Now if it's like, hey, like we just don't want to pay taxes or some shit.
Yeah, no, I think it's they want Trump to be like, it's about Trump. It's not about it's about Trump. It's about that right wing, that fringe, but who are not fringe anymore. They're
it's not
Tea
fringe.
Party. Tea Party's running the party.
It is this belief that Trump is bad for the country.
The country is bad.
The country is bad.
Like it was the chicken or the egg, right? It's like
it's like none of these presidents are necessarily good for the country.
Right.
It's just which one is less bad for the country.
Right.
And if my options again are Biden, which obviously this is his second term, isn't it?
It would be, yeah.
Yeah, so it can't be Biden again, right?
Why can't it? This will be
Wait,
his second
so this
term.
is his second term right now?
No, he's in his first term.
This is still the first one.
You disappeared.
It feels like he's been president fucking ever. God damn. No, we can't do another 4 years of Sleepy Joe. Like this is
that's Sleepy Joe. That's something Trump came up with. Who was Trump then? He don't know his wife's name. I mean,
listen, man.
Oh my gosh.
If I had to pick the best of the worst two old white men to lead the country, then I'm gonna fuck with Trump. I need somebody competent. I don't feel like Joe is competent. He's not competent.
Do not post this.
I'm posting. I can't have an opinion.
No.
I can't have an opinion.
No.
Why can't I have an opinion?
You have an opinion with the two of us. I'm gonna do you like Skip Bayless did to Shay Shay. No. Stop that bullshit. Cut the tape. No, this is not going to be a clip. This is not going to be a clip. He does not mean what he says. That's some crazy bullshit you're saying. Trump is as crazy as hell.
I mean every word that I say. And
oh my gosh, the SNL. I know you don't watch SNL, but
I would love the clips, the news, the
oh my gosh,
dudes like clips.
They were like, believe me, behind closed doors, they kept all saying the same thing about Joe. Oh my gosh. Listen, you know what though? I think Joe has Parkinson's.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he has a little touch of dementia as well.
He doesn't have dementia. He does not have dementia.
Joe seems so.
I think he has Parkinson's. No, I think he has Parkinson's. And I guess that don't make this a clip either, because I'm no doctor. But he's just the stiffness. He's aware. They've said stuff that he said up behind the scenes, where he's like said that what's his name? What is his name? The Prime Minister of Israel, Benji. What is his name? Shit. BB. I'll just call him by his nickname. He said he was an asshole or something like that. So Joe is aware. He's just stiff. That's all.
Benjamin. I mean, cool. He doesn't come off presidential to me. And let me explain my logic between why Trump is good for
no, because somebody's gonna use this clip. Please, no, Shane. No,
Trump
I can't
is good
allow
for
you.
presidency because everyone who is a racist, everyone who is a bigot, everyone who is a lover of all things biased based uses Trump as their flag.
Okay.
They use Trump as their bumper stickers. They wear the "Make America Great" hat, make America Great Again hats. They wear his T-shirts, and what that does for me as a black man, as it makes me aware of who my enemies are. And I like being aware of my enemies. I like knowing who don't fuck with me. The problem when you have people like Obama in office and Biden is that being pro bigot is a faux pas and they have to hide themselves. And now you don't know if you're a doctor or your realtor or the school teacher or the fucking pharmacist or anyone around. You don't know where they stand. But when Trump is in office, you know where everybody stands. You see the flags, you see the bumper stickers, you see the T-shirts, you see the hats.
But who
and
why do you care where they stand?
Because you pull up to your doctor's office and you see the physician.
My doctor's black.
Well, congratulations. We all don't live in fucking Atlanta or Charlotte.
I had black doctors in Pittsburgh. You make a concerted effort to find whatever you want to find.
So you pull up to your doctor's office or your accountant's office or your realtor's office.
Okay.
And you see their pro-Trump bumper sticker, or you see your neighbor put the pro-Trump flag in their yard, or you see somebody, you go to your PTA meetings, you go to the fucking AAU games or whatever, and you see the parents that have the fucking Trump bumper sticker. You see the parents that have the little Trump "Make America Great" hat again in their dashboard. You know who you fucking with now. You can't hide it. So I don't have to worry about my kids hanging out with a kid whose parents hate fucking black people, right? I don't have to worry about that because I know.
But just because they love Trump, do they hate black people?
Listen, if you fucking with Trump heavy like that, were you wearing his propaganda? I got a group room with everybody who fucking loves Trump. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take chances. Like Muhammad Ali said, if there's 10,000 snakes coming at me, and 1,000 of them are my friends, am I gonna take the chance that the 1,000 is gonna protect me from the other 9,000? No, I'm gonna get the fuck out the way of all the snakes, right? So if you're wearing Trump paraphernalia, I'm gonna group you in with all the Trump lovers, and that way I know who you are. And so that's why I say Trump's good for presidency, because it allows me to see my enemies. It allows me to know who my enemies are. And I prefer.
Well, that sounds like the Jim Crow South, right? Like people would say up north, people were passive aggressive, but in the South, you knew that.
You knew.
Is that better? To be oppressed than
I don't
know your oppressor.
What? Know oppressed? I don't think that black people have ever been as great as they were when we were segregated. When black folks were segregated, we've never been better.
If we would have been segregated and left alone.
Exactly. When we were segregated and left alone, we were at our height of success and black unity and black excellence. It's when we decided that integration was the thing. It's when we decided that the white standard of living was the standard of living that we wanted to aspire to. And then we found out that was actually a lower standard of living than what we already had. We had our own banks. We had our own transportation systems. We had our own airports. We had our own schools. We had our own. And we traded our own for a part of theirs, which is insane.
But in some cases, what was ours was taken. In lots of cases.
So but the general fight was to be a part of theirs. The general fight was, I want to be treated like you. The general fight was, hey, can I come and eat at your restaurant? And then we found out that they don't salt their food when we go to their restaurant. And we're like, oh shit. Their food ain't as good as ours. Yeah, we weren't missing nothing. Like, we did all this fighting to come eat this unsalted ass shit, and then we can complain to them about how they cook their food when we should just be sticking to our own food. It don't make no sense.
That one's because you think you had to go to the back of a restaurant. Who was cooking the food in the restaurant? But
Old black people on TV?
we were probably cooking the food in the restaurant though.
Not in the true segregated South. Remember the
You
segregated
don't
South
think?
where they really hated black folks? They weren't letting black folks cook their food. They didn't want no black folk cooking their
I
food.
don't know. I don't know because we saw that law. Well, we'll get on this about the law where black women had to work
Yeah,
because there
that's
was a
some. Yeah,
shortage.
we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, we can go off on it. Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I don't feel like I don't like if we get segregated again. I'm with the shits. Black folks, we set the culture, we set the trends. We are the protagonist of greatness. Like we make it happen, and so if we get segregated, it's gonna be boohoo to the world because the world's gonna be
Because
missing out. Like it's not
like, what are
us.
they doing? They'll be trying to get over the fence. What are they
Exactly,
doing?
exactly.
How we know what words to say? How
All
we
our
know what
athletes.
dances?
Like, look at our sporting events are shit piss poor now. All the great athletes we got our own leagues, we got our own TV networks. Byron Allen up here buying up all the TV networks. Like, come on,
Yep.
we good.
Yeah.
Tyler
Is he trying
Perry
to
got
get
his own
Paramount?
studios.
Is he? What?
Yeah, he's trying to buy CBS and Paramount right now.
Yeah.
Byron Allen is secretly fucking shit up. He is buying up everything. I fuck with Byron
But
Allen.
Tyler, he was supposed to be expanding his
His
empire.
Yep.
But in like as far as like square footage, but he's not now because somebody showed him what he could do with AI.
Listen, if we really get into the
I
segregated
wish he
thing,
could get an AI script writer.
he can't. Tyler is a control freak. One thing I know about Tyler Perry, having never met the man, that man likes to be in control. He does not cease power or control to anyone at all. It has to be his way because his way is yielding him billions of dollars. So he's not going to yield. He's not going to redo the formula for success at this point in time. Like this is what's gotten him here. This formula has gotten him in studios in which Disney comes hat in hand, asking, please, sir, can we please use your studios? And so he ain't gonna change that for nothing, man. So I ain't even mad at Tyler. Do your thing, homie. That dress done got you all this. So keep on doing what you do. Whatever. But yeah, if we ever get segregated, the world is fucked. The world is fucked if we ever get segregated. Can you imagine Africa being like, you know what? We good. Y'all can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And all these American black dollars come back to Africa and back the governments, and we back them saying, nah, we good. You get the fuck out of here. Y'all ain't got no cell phones. Y'all don't got no fucking jewelry industry.
No jewelry. They can get some rubies from India.
y'all are slacking tremendously. God knows the world should be kissing black folks' ass because if we ever decided to say fuck y'all, we're gonna take care of ourselves. The world is truly fucked. It is just not gonna work out well for everyone else. And little known secret is that white folks are not the majority in this world. In fact, in the worldwide scale, white folks are the minority in this world. The world is a world of color.
Yeah.
And and persons of Caucasian descent are in the minority on the worldwide.
Right. Scale. That's why they want to ban abortion.
Yeah, and they have a low birth rate as well. Like so, be nice to us black folk before it turns ugly for y'all. Invite us to your cookouts. Y'all don't have barbecue. Invite us to your barbecues. Invite us to your pig pickings so y'all can be friends with us.
Not picnic though, but they ain't come to the picnic. So no picnics for us.
And we all know where the word picnic came from.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. So what are we talking about? This is something that came up weeks ago, or did we saw a woman's was it her Instagram post where she talked about, I think it was Instagram.
Oh yeah, well she was complaining, what she was saying that everyone talks about their different struggles, but folks don't really understand the struggle of being pretty. And it was an interesting theory, right? Like, is there a struggle to being attractive?
Well, and then there was a lot, there were lots of things that could be, well, it was, I think some of it is how she portrays herself as well.
That's your
just
theory.
Me. That's my theory, that she has issues because she's, the face, the lashes, the butt, you know what I mean?
She got body.
Whether it's manufactured or whatever.
Store-bought or naturally built.
Yeah. So it's all to things that make you, who could not look at it? How could you not look at somebody with a big butt?
Trish, that is a grown woman ass statement, right? Because young girls get mad when their man turns their head and looks at a butt, right?
I look at butts.
But see, you grown. A young
Oh,
girl gets in an argument about her man. How are you looking at that? Well, do you see
how do
her
you
ass?
not?
How do you not?
How do you not?
How do you
I
not?
have a friend of mine whose butt looks normal compared to people now. It used to be like that was probably the butt you would go get when you went to Brazil. Like a shelf.
Yeah.
Like a shelf. Like you could sit your
You can
cup.
sit something on it.
You could sit stuff on her butt. And now everybody's butt's like, and I used to think, because me, like I can get a butt, by working out, squats, whatever. I mean, it's not gonna be crazy, but I've always, for my mom, had a pouch, and I had to be super skinny to not have one. And now that
Right.
I'm in menopause, it's like I'm fighting constantly. But this friend of mine who has the butt, her stomach is naturally flat. She's
Whew.
just bottom heavy.
Lord have
She's
mercy.
heavier on, she's curvy, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, like the lady who's, what did I say? Who's the woman that did we did the couples yoga thing.
Yeah, I be the one.
I be divine. She reshaped her body.
Yeah, buddy. I seen her page. That woman.
But
Whew.
but to do what she did, makes your thighs huge.
That's
You
how
have
you
a
know when
huge,
it's real. That's when you know it's
right,
natural, when it's
right,
built, when
because
the
she's
thighs and
right.
the butt
The
match.
thighs are
Yeah.
right. It's like she's a bodybuilder, and
Yeah.
her thighs and her butt are huge, and then it's narrow up top. But again, it's a look, right? You're going for that because you want, because
But that's not pretty though, because pretty is a facial thing. Like it's
well, I'm
your
saying she's saying it's because she's
attractiveness.
pretty, but I'm saying it's the whole. I'm saying
Yeah,
for
it's her
her, it's the whole
overall
package.
attractiveness. Yeah, yeah.
What you're wearing. I mean, it's a lot of things going for, in my opinion, for that young lady.
Yeah, for that particular young lady.
She's a peacock. Like usually
Yeah.
it's the males who are the flamboyant ones. She's like, look at me. Everything about her says, look at me.
Right. Yeah, but you can definitely be pretty without being a peacock. I've seen
Right.
some post of like traditional Muslim women whose face game is stunning. Like
Mhm.
they are completely covered up, but their face is like jaw dropping, right? Like so you
Mhm.
can be pretty without being a peacock. And I think that was a subject that we were like, does that translate over into regular life? Like is there really a benefit, a like tangible benefit to being attractive? And then that caused us to do some research. And what we found out is that there is literally a tangible benefit to being attractive. In fact, a study was done that showed that one, attractive candidates are more likely to be hired, and also attractive candidates who are hired are most likely to command higher wages. In fact, attractive applicants receive 10 to 15% higher wages than their equally skilled colleagues. And over the course of their entire career, Trish, listen to this number. Attractive persons make $230,000 more over the course of their career than persons who are considered not attractive. Literally,
What?
being attractive is worth almost $250,000 over the course
What?
of your career. That's wild.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
crazy.
that's wild. That's facts. Now, we've all seen attractive people get privileges and get little hat tips to them. When I've seen women who have been grossly, grossly unqualified for a job move up 2 to 3 interview levels during the
Mhm.
interview process just
Mhm.
because they were great to look at.
Mhm.
Had no
Oh,
chances of getting
us
the job.
coming from pharma back in the day, I was in interviews where they took pic Polaroids
Ah,
of the people and put them up. And they were like, it's so we can remember what would they look like. What difference does it make what they look like? And how were all the pharmaceutical reps? They were all pretty girls.
yeah, it is definitely bias based. It is. Men and women will move somebody along just to look at them for another hour. Just talk to them for
Really?
another hour.
Is that true?
Just guy, and don't let your homeboy be part of the interview process. Or your
Oh
homegirl, you're
my
like,
god!
yo, you gotta interview so and so. I'm pushing her
What?
through just for the sake of it. Oh my gosh! And
That's
I'm
crazy.
early in my recruiting career where I was doing call center. interviews,
Mm-hmm.
and this one young lady came in there dressed in it was like a business suit, a skirt business suit, but
Okay.
it was like 1.5 sizes too small. And it wasn't like so small where it was ridiculous, but it was just enough, so small where it's like, oh, that's a little too tight, just a little
Uh-huh.
bit. And she was very attractive, had body, man. She got all the way through to the final interview. No one planned to hire her, but everyone wanted to interview her. Every single person wanted, every single male on the interview
Oh
panel
my
wanted to interview her.
gosh.
Got
Nobody
all the way
went.
through. No, she was not qualified to get a job at all.
Oh my
Would not be able to
gosh.
fit into what they were looking for that job. But
Mm-hmm.
every single dude wanted to pass her along. They wanted her. Yo, set me up for the interview with so and so.
Are you serious?
Facts.
That's weird.
That's
Okay.
facts. That's facts. So you've never seen examples of pretty privilege working in the workplace?
For what, other people?
Just in general.
I don't know.
You've never seen somebody really attractive in a position just being incompetent in their position?
Let me think. And they were attractive and incompetent. I'm sure. But if you think about it, don't most of us work around attractive people?
No.
No?
Attractiveness is not common. It is
It's
not.
not?
No. See, I think you're coming from this fucking Reading Rainbow. everyone is beautiful in their own way type shit. No, attractiveness is not common.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think of somebody that I work with that I felt got special treatment because of the way they looked.
Yeah.
That's what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah, special treatment, got promoted. Just you see them, you're like, how did they get this position? The more they talk, the more you realize.
Well, I've seen people that look all kinds of ways in roles that I don't think they should be in. So I mean,
facts. But we're talking about the attractive people who got their position and didn't.
Oh, well, I know. I guess I can think about like managers or directors or VPs who like the ladies, and so who showed them special privilege because
yeah, that's pretty privilege or whatnot. I'm sure. What about in your life? Have you had examples of which you were treated differently because you were attractive?
I don't think so.
Fuck
I don't know. I don't know.
No special discounts on food. No one letting you like move up in line.
I am nice. No, that's because I'm nice. Years ago,
it's not because you're nice. Because they were trying to fuck you.
When I was a kid, my grandmother, my mom always used to get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. And so I can tell you,
nice,
when I was pregnant with Jackson, and there was this place called Son's Place. It was only open for breakfast and lunch. It was Black owned, and it was dude and his sons. And the fried chicken reminded me of my grandmother's fried chicken. The fried chicken, the green beans, and the rice and gravy. I was like, Rayma has been back here, okay. And I went there one day to get some food before I was working in the office at this time. And I stopped in because I wanted chicken breast and wanted some green beans and some rice and gravy. And the guy in front of me got the last chicken breast. And I was like, oh no. I was like, I came here just for a chicken breast. And he gave it to me. I was pregnant. How do you not give it to the pregnant lady?
See, yeah. So that one could be because you were pregnant.
That was because I was pregnant.
Attractive. Yeah. But I'm just talking about non-pregnant fish. Have you gotten any perks?
I don't know.
No, really? Oh my god.
I don't know.
You want to think everything.
I'm nice because I'm nice to people.
That has nothing to do with it. I've had women slip their phone numbers, like in this restaurant I used to go to get my lunch, the sushi spot, and like just the hostess, whatever, was feeling the kid. And so one day when I came there to pick my lunch up, she like put her phone number in on the back of the receipt and was like, hit me up. And I was like, that's what's up.
You were by yourself?
I just go in there to grab my stuff to go.
Oh, okay. Oh, women are ridiculous. Years ago, we were at a restaurant. I was just dating Jason. Jason, myself, and my colleague, Jody. Jody's a guy. And we probably weren't sitting. We're just three of us at a table. I don't even know if that he was Jody may have been in between us. I can't remember. And this girl gave Jason his number. I was like, excuse me, you don't know if we're dating? Like, geez Louise.
Hey, she got to shoot your
So
shot. Shoot your shot.
whatever.
I don't think you're thinking about it. I think you are so like just very reading rainbow about life
I
that you don't
am.
realize when someone is trying to like get at you. And
No,
so
I do. I'm not stupid. Yeah, I do,
I
but I don't think that I don't think that's really happened. And we've had this conversation before.
we've had
So
this conversation so much,
mhm,
and it's
yeah, we
ridiculous.
have, but I can recognize things. So I'm
So
not
you tell me
dumb.
over the course of your life that you've only had one time where something nice has happened to you when you were pregnant, where a man or someone has
Things
bestowed
nice
benefit upon
people.
you.
I am nice to people, so in
Oh
turn,
my
people are nice
gosh.
to me. People really don't. People are not used to people being nice to them. I'm telling you, they're not because people are not. A lot of people are not nice. They don't show how nice they are. Like I was in my doctor's office last week. I just switched doctors, and the nurse said, "You have a kind spirit." I was like, "Thanks."
You do have a kind spirit. That don't mean niggas ain't been trying to holler at you, buy you a drink, get your
Oh yeah,
take care of your tab at a
that's not
restaurant.
work.
You
That's
know what I'm
not.
saying? I'm just
Yeah,
saying in general in life.
yeah. Oh
Examples
yeah.
give me examples of pretty privilege in life that has benefited you.
But
And
I don't. But guys, I who knows? A man will holler. I've had a pregnant man cat call. I mean, I've been pregnant and had a man cat call me.
men have pregnant fetishes.
That's
So
just
I mean,
stupid, right? I mean, it's just so that doesn't. I don't give a lot of credence to men. I don't think they.
wow.
You know what I mean? I don't think that they're. I don't think it's an indictment or saying, "Oh, I'm so beautiful because this man's hollering at me." Because I think that's just what dudes do. They try to
See,
holler.
you know, I think that that's a bad stigma that
Is
men
it?
have gotten,
Oh.
that men holler at anything. Because I personally am a man of quality, not quantity. You
Okay.
know, like I've never been the one, I don't want to have all the girls. I
Okay.
want to have the
All the pretty
best
girls.
looking roster of girls. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want the prettiest roster of girls. I don't want all the girls or whatever. I'm not trying to smash everybody. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to smash that elite 1% that you even scared to talk to. You
Oh
know,
my
like that is how I always looked at the whole
gosh.
dating scene or whatever. Like go after the 1%ers. You know, I'm a 1%er. You know what I mean? I'm like W.E.D. Du Bois. I'm like, you know, I want the cream of the crop, the top of the tippity top. I want to
Okay.
climb to the top of the tree and pull that down. I don't want to just go after any and everything or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I back my wife because my wife has a beautiful resting bitch face,
She's
and
very yes, she does.
yeah, and so niggas would be scared to talk to her.
Oh,
No,
I had that. That's why I got this crease in my forehead too. And I was like, stop frowning. And one day it's gonna still be there. You're gonna I'm like, yeah, but she's right. But I used to have that too. When I was younger, I always had a scowl on my face. It like leave me alone.
yep. But
Like
that's the challenge for me. When I was
don't
younger,
bother me.
that's the one that I'm like, oh
Oh, even my
yeah,
brother, he's like, I love girls who know they're pretty.
yeah,
He
buddy.
used to love girls
Those were the
that knew they
best
were
ones. I'm
pretty. Like they
telling
was
you,
like,
like
yep.
those super pretty girls. Y'all dudes be scared to talk to these super pretty girls. These girls who are like maybe have resting bitch face, but those be the nicest girls because one, nobody talks to them.
Nobody talks to them.
Nobody talks to them, so they are not as like people like assume that these women are constantly like hounded and bothered. No,
Mhm.
because niggas scared, so niggas don't talk to them. So when somebody does talk to them, it is like an immediate, like they face light up, they start smiling, and it's like, oh, no, I
Mhm.
mean it's conversation. Don't be scared, dudes. Go after the pretty girls.
Yeah.
Stop going after low hanging fruit. You know what I mean? Like go
Stop
after the
going.
pretty.
But I mean, there's so much. I mean, you see people, you don't know what's what. It's like Hollywood. Remember Hollywood Shuffle when she went back? They went back to the apartment and took a leg off and her butt.
Oh yeah. Not especially these, dude. You see these
The
makeup
makeup,
tutorials? My God,
the makeup
the makeup
alone.
tutorials is crazy. And I'm no one thing I'm happy for. It kind of touched on what we talked about before, is that these man pieces now, these men now have their wigs, so men don't have to resort to baldness anymore. Like men can have
But
their
what's
little.
wrong with being bald? I mean,
I know I'm
I
bald.
see. Yeah, I see. You don't age when you're bald. You can't tell how
You
old
can't
somebody is when they're
tell.
bald.
No, it's unless your beard. My beard is starting to get little grays in it or whatever, and so you can. And my wife has told me that she bans me from ever dyeing my beard. She wants the
She
full.
does.
Oh yeah, she wants the full salt and pepper look on the beard
Oh,
or
okay.
whatever. So I'm actually was like, yeah, I need to hurry up and dye this beard in gray some more, whatever, and try to accelerate her older man fetishes that she got
Perfect.
going on. Her fetishes for older dudes that she has popping or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so pretty
Right.
privilege is definitely a thing. Now, in the same thought that we're talking about our spouses, or
Mm-hmm.
another conversation came up between Trish and I.
It
We wanted
did.
to remember, we wanted to talk about, would you be comfortable with your
Oh.
spouse being completely honest for one day?
Like
Honest
saying
about
everything that was on their mind.
everything that was on their mind without filter about
I would.
you, about life, about the kids,
Yep.
about everything. Do you want to know
I
everything that goes
would.
through your spouse's mind?
There's probably been a time where I didn't give it, that I didn't care. But yeah, I told one of my kids today, I was like, communication is the most important thing in life. Communication.
But can you over communicate? Do you want to know? Be like,
If you've under communicated, you're saying if you've been someone who historically who has not
I mean,
communicated.
yeah.
So yeah, you want to hear. I shouldn't say you want to hear because I have a bad habit of doing that. I should say I.
Well, you say you in the general you.
I know, but I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So, but people they misunderstand that when I say that. So, yeah, I could handle that. Yes.
That's big. I don't know if I can
Yeah.
handle that.
Huh?
I don't know if me and my male ego can handle hearing the truth. Oh, and my
Well,
wife,
men
she
don't.
teeters on
We
that.
wouldn't tell them we wouldn't tell you guys the total truth
But that's the thing, though.
because there's
That's the
certain
thing.
things that you
It
can't
has
come
to be the
back from.
total truth.
Men,
That's the
if
point,
I'm
though.
thinking it, you said what I'm thinking.
Everything that you feel, no, everything that you feel, you
Everything that I
tell.
feel.
Like here's a pill. You take this pill, and
Mhm.
you cannot do anything but tell the complete truth about everything you feel and think for an entire day.
I get to do that too, though, right?
Yeah. Would you
Oh,
want to? Would you want to give your spouse that pill, or would you want to take that pill?
yes.
Whew,
Yeah. Yep.
that's tough. I would do that if it was like at the end of it, no one's gonna remember what was said, because
Why?
what the fuck? Like,
What do you
everything.
think that your wife thinks about you during the course of a day?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just insecure. I don't
Oh.
know, but I don't. My wife is pretty honest to this point, where she
Mhm.
will, but she's like Mary Poppins. She tries to give a spoonful of sugar with the shit. Like if we're laying in bed or whatever, and she be like, "Oh, you hungry? You want me to go make you something?" That's a way of saying my breath stink or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a way of saying, like, I got hungry breath or whatever.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh.
She was like, "Oh, let me go make you something to eat. What you want to eat?" I'm like, "I'm good." She's like, "Nah, you should eat something. Nah, I haven't seen you eat in a while." I'm like, "Oh."
That's funny.
So now I'm like super
See,
conscious
my
about my
husband would
breath
say,
now.
if my breath smelled, he would say, oh, there's a pretty blue bird outside my window. Yeah, he would say. So,
That was like the most ADHD moment ever.
me looking at the window.
You're like my husband would say, "Oh, look at the
Yeah. I
bird."
know, it's so pretty. It's literally blue. I can see the blue. Like, it's so pretty. Anyway, yeah. I know, sorry. Like Rain Man. Yeah, he would say. So there's certain things that we say, but I know that the men's egos are fragile.
hmm But women's emotional state is fragile as well, because you don't want your man to be like, that outfit make you look frumpy," or be like, "Oh, you look like some shit right now," or
See,
whatever. You know what
I
I'm
don't know
saying?
about that because my dad like used to dress my mom. He'd be like, "Oh, I don't like that. Wear this. Wear, you know what I mean? Like, put this on. Do it. You know what I mean?" So,
So what's funny is early in my marriage, I was like, did not like my wife's underwear collection. I thought it was like very blah. And so
okay.
instead of like complaining about it,
You bought her
I
some new underwear.
I started throwing away her underwear I didn't like. And it was just about the time
You
when
start
Rihanna dropped her
throwing
Fenty
away.
line.
You
So
start throwing her stuff
I'd
away.
throw away her underwear but I would also buy her
Okay.
Fenty underwear. So like I
Mhm.
subscribed to Fenty and like would get new Fenty underwear.
Mhm.
Like from the moment Rihanna dropped Fenty, I would get her Fenty or whatever. So
Mhm.
she has basically the entire Fenty collection up to the point, date and time right now or whatever.
Okay.
But I was kind of like your dad. I was like, look, I'm not. Except I wasn't going to complain about it. I wasn't going to talk about it. I'm just a man.
Why?
Because why? Because I figure, if I want you to if I want you to have a certain look, especially when it
Mhm.
just comes to underwear, you know what I mean? Like, just buy you the underwear I want you to wear and just throw away your other underwear. And I think my wife and I have that kind of relationship because I like t-shirts. I like graphic tees.
Mhm.
And so she would just throw away my graphic tees that were too old. Like if I had a graphic tee that maybe had holes in it, instead
Mhm.
of being like, hey, she just throw the shits away. And I
Oh,
have so many
okay.
that I'd forget about it. And then eventually, like I'd be looking for one. I'd be like, yo, where's that graphic there? She's like, oh, that's been
I
gone
threw
for
that
months
shit
now.
away.
Yeah, like that's been gone for months now, homeboy.
That's funny because I buy my husband socks. Like he always gets socks, like dress socks and Nike socks for Christmas. That's things, or usually I'll buy underwear too, but and undershirts, I buy those things.
Mhm.
He's not so much as underwear anymore, but I buy the boys underwear.
Yeah.
So, but I'll throw stuff away too. Like the boys, I wouldn't hesitate. If Jackson had some holy underwear, I wouldn't hesitate to throw them away. Now Jason's pajamas, he wears the polo pajamas, the shorts and the t-shirts and the pants.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, these are getting worn. Like it's time to go out and get yourself when Macy's has a sale, go get yourself some go get yourself some new pajamas. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd throw them away though. Because I may have something that's holy, and I did. I had this nightgown that was holy. It felt so good.
It was comfortable as fuck.
Oh, it was so comfortable. But I was like, this thing is falling apart. So I eventually threw it away. If I felt bad throwing it away though, because it was comfortable. So
Yeah, I don't think I ever went through issues with underwear because I went through a phase where I like never wore underwear. Like I went through probably like 3 or 4 years where it was just like free balling all the time, and you never just let it go. You never just walked around without no drawers on. Really, all your years of living, you never was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go out without no drawers on."
no.
Oh, you straight.
Unless unless the yoga pants had built it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
This was like this was yoga pants. Yeah,
but besides yoga pants, like the
not
dress,
jeans or a
the
dress or
dress or
no,
nothing.
no, no,
Next
no,
time you and Jason go out on a date,
no. I will not.
don't wear no drawers. Then just
I
take his
won't.
hand and just be like,
No,
"Ooh, look."
no, I will not because
Not hold.
underwear. You need stuff to be holding stuff in. No, 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 no,
You got you.
no.
You don't. You shouldn't have anything that needs to hold an interest.
Yes, I do. Whatever's in
Just
no. You wear underwear.
let it go. Just
You wear
chill.
your. I wear my menthol cool panty liners. No,
Not menthol cool. Got the air conditioning.
coochie smoking. No,
The air conditioning. That's
no.
funny.
Nope, 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 no. I can't even. It's funny because a couple years ago, we were at I think it was at a pit reunion. My girlfriend said, "You sleep with underwear on?" I was like, "Yes,
Even to go to sleep.
yes," because I would sweat if I didn't. I needed some cotton. I need cotton.
Well,
No.
if you're naked, then you won't sweat at all.
Yes, you will. The less clothes you have on, sometimes the more you sweat because
What?
you cover up to your head because
Then don't
and
cover
you're
up to
hot.
your head.
That's what I like to do. So like last night,
So get a thinner blanket.
no, 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 no. Sometimes they are thin and I'm cold. And it makes me. It's counterintuitive. I'm cold and I'm hot. I'm cold and I get hot. So I'm cold all the time. But then
Wow.
then I get hot. And like last night, I just had a like cotton camisole on. I was sweating.
I can't sleep in clothes. I'm a naked sleeper.
No,
1000%. I am. That is
I could never do it because I'd be up to my head. Well, that's what I like to be like real up here,
the blanket like right there, right under your eyes.
because sometimes I'll come in, Jason, like, what is this? A stick up? Who are you? This is a stick up?
That's
It's
funny.
covered right up to his eyes. We're both like that.
Yeah, no.
But then I
Again,
sweat. Yeah.
closing out. Christian, she like when we go on vacation, we go somewhere, she'll crank up the heat in the room. So the room will be really warm. And then
Okay.
she'll sleep naked then, but it's kind of like a requirement to sleep naked on vacation because we fucking when we on vacation. Like, yeah,
Hey, you
we.
can't say
Oh, my
that.
bad. I'm sorry. We're engaging in
Jesus.
adult activities
You cannot say that
incessantly
because people will
when we're on
ask
vacation.
when they after with a good conscience say that there's no vulgarity or anything.
Oh yeah. The only question when they ask when you posting is like, is this made for kids? And I say, nope, it is
Oh,
not.
yeah. So yeah,
It
this is
is
yeah.
not made for children.
Well, on Spotify they ask like
Oh, okay.
about
Yeah.
the
No.
language. So what is he
But
asking
most
you?
definitely. I think that my spouse being able to tell me the truth, complete, unabridged, unfiltered
You're not
truth
here for it?
for 24 hours may be a little bit more than I think I can handle
Really?
because I don't know what you're thinking. Like, I don't know
Nobody knows what they're thinking.
exactly. What if you really don't like me?
We're not mind readers.
But what if your spouse really doesn't like you?
But you would hope that okay, this is what I said the other day. I don't know if this is going to be a whatever, but I said to my husband, I'm not focused on pleasing you. That's not my
Right,
that's not my job.
right,
If you need something, you need to say. If I need something, I'll say.
right.
So I'm not going to be like, "Oh, I wonder if," you know what I mean?
See,
I'm not doing
I
that.
my wife kind of said that to me like before, and I'm
Mhm.
always like, but I don't want to tell you. I want you to just
Well,
do.
I've done that. Maybe well, your relationship is different than my relationship because I've done a lot of that, like trying to guess what people want, and you know what I mean, and thinking I'm doing what somebody wants, and I'm not.
Right.
That's not. Now I'm gonna worry about what I want.
Yeah. See, I think that only works. Cedric the Entertainer said something, and he was like, somebody asked him about how his wife had been together for so long,
Hmm.
and he says, because we don't have to think about ourselves. He was like, I trust my wife to take care of all my needs, and she trusts me to take care of all our
Well, that's
needs.
a great thing.
Yeah, and he was like, every day I go about thinking, what can I do to take care of her?
Then
And she goes about what she can do to think about me, and
that's perfect.
we don't have to
That's
think
perfect
about
for them.
ourselves. And I'm like,
Right.
yo, that's what's up. Like that's because
That's perfect.
yeah, everybody don't have that. I think
Right.
that's
Like
key.
I could easily think of some. I could always. I'm always putting my seatbelt on or air oxygen mask on last, so I can always
Right.
think about somebody else before I can think about myself. But not
If that
anymore.
person is thinking about themselves too, then it's like who's
Right,
thinking
then we're
about
both
you?
thinking about yeah, then we're both thinking
Yeah.
about the same.
Who's thinking
Yeah,
about
so
you?
right,
So
who's thinking
people gonna
about
say,
me? So
check on your strong friends, because if strong friends
check
are
on your
checking on
strong friends because they are
yeah, if they checking on everybody else,
they
like
always
somebody
smile
need to
and
check
they
on them.
always smile.
Check on your strong friends, people.
Hmm.
Somebody
Please
needs to put
do.
on their oxygen mask. Somebody make sure
Yes.
they got their oxygen mask on.
Hmm.
They're helping you breathe.
Not to mention, so then your she's got to deal with you. She's got 4 kids, and
What
like
with the deal with
whatever, you know what I
you?
mean. Sorry. And I'm as happy as my unhappiest kids. So you throw that in there
Oh
too.
shit. That's some parenting talk right there.
Right.
I'm
So,
as happy as my unhappiest kid.
right. So
That is
throw
the
that
line
in
that
there.
only parents can understand because that's
Hmm.
some real shit.
Really,
'Cause
mothers. I'm sorry.
what? No, pause. No, dads too.
Mostly
Now I tell you,
mothers.
as a dad, when one of my babies
I
is
know
bothered,
you're different though, Shan. You're built different.
so we do like this family game night every Sunday,
Uh-huh.
and one of the games we do is like we do a series of games. Each game, at the end of each game, you get a prize, or whatever,
Hmm.
right? And prizes vary each week. And so this Sunday, my daughter, it was like down to the last game, and
Hmm.
she hadn't won anything yet or whatever. So all her brothers had done one stuff. So at this game, we're doing like Pictionary. No, we're doing
Hmm.
charades for
Okay.
this last one. And our charades is like I just do all the charades, and the children's guess and they get points for it.
Okay.
And so I started doing charade stuff, just that only like she would guess to try to get her points, to try to help her to
Okay.
win. And her brothers peep that. They're like, "Oh, you capping
That
for
would
your wife.
never
You
happen at my
capping for your wife. What
house.
are you doing? What are
No.
you doing? You trying to make sure she win, Dad? You trying to make sure she?" And I'm like, no, I'm not. But I really won because it was like seeing her. They're all sad and shit. It
Yeah,
was like
no.
bothering.
Jason treated Ariel just like a girl, like a boy. He treated her like a boy for
Yeah,
years. Even when he trying to ride a bike, he was like, you know what, you may have to take over. I was like, why? He's like, because my tactics aren't working.
I mean, I did
What are
teach her
your
to ride a bike
tactics?
like
He's
her
like, I slap her
brothers.
in the head when she doesn't do it right. I'm like, in the helmet. I'm like, You can't do
I mean, when it
that.
comes to stuff like that, yeah, because I treat her the same. She went into fire hydrant when I was trying to teach her how to ride a bike, and I
Mhm.
was like, "Yo, get up!" She had like a bruise on her arm and a little cut and stuff, and I was like
Get
fussing her
back
to
on the
get up,
bike.
and she ran inside the house and told on me, like she was not having it. And it was like, no, mm-mm,
But
I'm
last
over it.
week we're walking over and walk the dog over on Agnes Scott's campus. It's an all girls school. So Jason says it's around the corner. You might want to talk to Ariel about going to Agnes Scott. Like it's around the corner. So I told her, she was cracking up.
She's
I
like,
told
nah.
him yesterday, I was like, oh yeah, Ariel laughed really hard at the thought of going to Agnes Scott. He's like, why? It's a great school. I'm like, it's around the corner.
Yeah, she's not trying to do that. She's gonna Clark Atlanta. You can go to. She's trying to stay in state or out of state.
She said she wants to leave. We'll see.
Ooh.
If she can muster up the strength to leave, then I think that she should.
I think everyone. I don't think anyone should go to. So I will say this: now that I have a kid going to college, I am
Mhm.
such a fan of in-state tuition more than anything else in the world.
Right, you are.
It is amazing.
Well, in
It is
Georgia, your
amazing.
kids go to school. If they go to a state school, they go for free. I mean, the school is
Fuck
free. You got to
out of
pay
here,
for.
man.
You got
Books and shit,
you got to pay for. Yeah, you got to pay for that stuff. But
but the school in itself is free. That is
hmm
the most amazing thing I've ever heard in
yeah,
my life.
but then you got to pay for the
What?
board, stuff like that. Yeah.
But no, man. I used to feel like if you're gonna go to school, you should leave your state and go. But
Yeah.
after
Now as a
having a kid,
parent.
now as a parent, I'm like, fuck out of here. You better stay in state. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Yeah.
if money is not
But
if
there's
money
money
is not an
out there though.
issue,
Like Jackson
yeah,
once he applied to Ohio State. He got the Ohio State. He got in.
the Ohio State.
But there's a scholarship you apply for. Morale, it pays for the whole thing. So there's money out there.
Yeah, if your grades are for it,
Yeah.
get that money. Go out of state. I think being out of state to go to school is the most scary but freeing feeling you'll ever feel.
I don't know because I didn't leave. I
You
didn't
didn't leave
leave.
your state. Yeah, you stayed
I
in
didn't.
Penn still
I didn't
then.
leave Pittsburgh until I was shit. I don't know how old I was. How old am I now? I was like 32,
That's a
33 when
lot.
I left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
17, left, and then came up to North Carolina to go to school, and well, technically 16 turned 17. But
Mhm.
um yeah, I was Audi 5,000, man. And
Yeah,
then I think
I didn't stay. I went to a different town. So
right.
I was 45 minutes from home, which I may as well have been, but it was close enough that if some shit went down, I could go home.
And I think it breeds a level of independence that you're not gonna get anywhere else, especially with myself. Because I was so young, technically coming from St. Croix and moving ahead in like my schooling age, coming to the States or whatever. So I was 16 when I graduated high school and 17 when I got to college. And so
Oh, okay.
being 17 in college, it was like, oh shit, okay, it's on me. Like
Mhm.
I'm here to figure this shit out for myself or whatever. And I was cool. I think being out of state is a very interesting experience. and whatnot.
Yeah, going away. Yeah. Yep. But don't go.
Mm,
My rule is that after with Jay being in Idaho and where he is now in Boise, it's one flight. But before in Pocatello, where it was two, it was a connector. And like, come
yeah.
on. I said to the other kids, can you just be one flight away? Can it's not with no
Hey,
connection,
and you know
a
what? Can
direct
you go to
flight?
someplace warm? Go to like the University of Hawaii.
I
Go to the
Actually, one of my
University of the
neighbors went
Virgin
there. She
Islands.
hated it. Her
Really?
mother visited her like twice before Thanksgiving. She was there during the COVID year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the
She ended up
COVID
coming
year.
home.
It's shut
She ended up
down. The whole island shut down.
she played. She went on a soccer scholarship, but she
Yeah.
left. They treated them so badly. But she said they treated the girls badly. They all transferred.
Damn.
She came.
I
Yep.
always
She went
look
to
back. I was
Nashville.
like, I should have been to a damn. Should have went to an island school. You know what I mean? Should have went back home. Went to University of Virgin Islands. Like that. What the fuck? Like I look back. I'm like, I'm slipping. Like could have went to UVI. Could have went to damn University of Hawaii. Go to go to some place in like the Bahamas. Go to school where I
Mhm.
can live on the beach as well. Be a beach bum while I'm in school. Go down to Florida. Go to Florida A&M. You know what I'm saying? Like go.
It's not that
Chill.
warm in Jacksonville though.
Yeah, but Jacksonville, I've heard
Isn't that
stories about
where? That's where
Jacksonville.
it is, right? Is
Florida
that where
A&M.
Florida A&M? Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville is hood.
Yeah, my niece goes to Florida A&M. She's a freshman.
No, Florida A&M is in Tallahassee.
Tallahassee, which is not far from Jacksonville, though, right?
They don't get me lying. I'm not
I
sure.
have an opening now in Jacksonville. I think it includes Tallahassee.
Tallahassee to Jacksonville. Let's see how far it is. Tallahassee, Jacksonville is only about 2 hours.
Yeah.
So they're actually, one's in the middle of the state, one's at the beach of the state.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, they're far enough away where it ain't the same thing.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I would have went to a beach school. ECU. You know what I mean? Like I definitely, if I could go back to school, I would go to a beach school. Oh, an HBCU on the beach seems like an amazing experience. You know, like I can't imagine like I went to an HBCU. They came in, you take an HBCU and you put it on the beach. My God, the experience. Oh, can't imagine. Can't fucking imagine.
All right, what do we have coming up? So we kind of already touched on it a little bit. So our next episode, we're going to talk about. So we're talking about work all the time. We're going to talk about stay-at-home moms,
right?
Stay-at-home Black moms, and kind of the history of that.
Exactly.
Like something you don't really think about.
You don't think about it a lot, you know, and you'd be surprised as to why stay-at-home Black moms is not as widely accepted as stay-at-home moms from other cultural backgrounds and whatnot. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we don't think anything of it.
Not a thing.
No,
not a thing when, you know, Susie Ann or Beth Joe or, you know, Lao Ming or anyone else is staying at home and whatnot. Because a lot men that's a whole nother subject. But every culture has a strong circle, a strong foundation of stay-at-home moms in every culture across the board. But for some reason, Black culture, it ain't the same. Now it's getting better, but it ain't nowhere near what it is in these other cultures. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about things on being more successful in your workplace, on, you know, perpetuating habits of success to push your career forward, and then fucking up in the workplace. We'll get back to doing Am I the Asshole work editions. We'll have some new ones for us coming up next week as well. So a lot of good shit coming up. Like us, subscribe to us, YouTube, the Twitter,
Spotify, Twitter,
TikTok,
X, whatever
Instagram. Go view us, share the reel, share the shorts. You know, look us up. If you don't know who we are, ask Google, ask Siri, ask Alexa. Yes. They know us. They fuck with us. They fuck with us heavy. All you gotta do is like play Two Live Recruiters and we in there. You know what I'm saying? You don't even gotta type. Life is easy for you. You don't gotta type.
No, you don't have to type. Just say
it. If you really want to hear some uncensored shit, go peep our Patreon page, subscribe to Patreon or whatever. We'll be dropping.
Amanda Seals has a Patreon page, and so does Shits and Giggles.
Everyone has Patreon. You know, you get this version of us, and then you get a more personal version of us on our Patreon page, where we talk more about real stories that we've experienced ourselves in the workplace. We say names, we have receipts, we talk about our personal lives a little bit deeper on our Patreon pages or whatever. So join the conversation over there. It's only $5 a month. You spend more on a candy bar today than you will if you subscribe to our Patreon page.
I know. Can you believe that? Candy bars? Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. And we're gonna have a special anniversary edition. Yes, we will. Yeah. Oh yeah, we will. So anyway, thanks. Have a great day, everybody. Talk to you soon.